end of Homo sapiens, let's go Neanderthal. It's heavy metal hell with heaven and fantasy.
Spider from BADITUDE Rock and Roll. I'm here with great bunch of blokes. I used to see this band in the 80s at places like War and Peace, all those type of places, banging me head. And then all of a sudden, they're back again. Ladies and gentlemen, Heaven.
Hey.
Rock and Roll.
Hey, guys.
Just introduce to the guys. This is Johnny, Laurie, Mick and Pete. We've got a couple of new band members, Laurie.
Yeah, Pete's a new band member. Actually, Mick's a new member. And
an old has-been.
Yeah, and Stevie Down, the guitar player, who's not here at the moment today. He's off with COVID, unfortunately. But yeah, man. So Johnny Hayes and I are the original members, the founder members.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 albums.
Yeah, 3 albums. Actually 4. There was one that was brought out. It was a live album, live to BBC, which I've only ever seen a couple of copies of. But yeah, there was actually 3 studio albums.
I might try and get hold of that later on. So 3 studio albums, and you were formed in 1980. It was Fat Lip previously.
Yeah,
correct. Yeah, Al and I had that band in Adelaide, and that morphed into Alan started.
Yeah, and you worked with some greats too, like Alan Fryer, Mick Cox. Mark Evans was in at one stage and playing guitar too, and not bass.
Yeah. Instead of bass, he's bass in AC/DC. Yeah, and he came over with us and played guitar. Yeah. Before that, Mick Cox from Rose Tattoo played rhythm guitar in the band. Yeah.
And that was on songs like Rock School and from memory, Ronnie James Dio had a bit for that.
Yeah. On that album, We're Angels Fear the Tread album, we had Ronnie James Dio doing some backing vocals. He's down on the album as Evil Eyes. Lita Ford came in.
Yeah.
She did some stuff.
From the Runaways.
Yes, from the Runaways. And she did a couple of things. Glenn Hughes from Deep Purple. Yeah. He did some backing vocals on that album as well.
Brilliant. Now, while we're dropping names, you did some like overseas gigs with some of the greats. I think Motley Crue was one. I'll let you guys talk about it. Who are some of these bands?
Yeah, we did Shout at the Devil tour with Motley Crue right through the US. Iron Maiden, the Number of the Beast tour of Australia. We also actually got invited up at Long Beach Arena with Iron Maiden just for a jam. Yeah. Playing in front of like, I don't know, 15,000 people or something. Yeah. And we got up with the boys from Iron Maiden and just did a ZZ Top song, Tush. Yeah. That was great fun. We worked with Motorhead, Black Sabbath, Kiss. Yep. Judas Priest. Yep. We spent a long time on the road with Judas Priest.
Absolutely brilliant. And out of all those big bands, you got to have some of the greatest. And this is just something for me. Who do you reckon was the most party? So who'd you have the most party with out of all those bands? Who'd you get on with the best?
We got along with all of them. Yeah. Right. But it goes to say Motley Crue and Heaven together. That was mayhem.
I've heard some stories, but you know, musicians' crew will just keep that. All great stuff.
And it was really Motley Crue's first real tour. Yeah. They'd done some stuff before that, but then they got picked up by Doc McGee and Doug Hale, I think it was, and that was their first real full-on tour. But Heaven had been touring in Australia for a lot longer, and we were full-on party acts. So when they say that they were the most notorious band in the world that way, well, Heaven used to give them a run for their money.
That's probably why you got on so well with them.
Talk about the future. Have we got any? I've been privileged to a lot of the rehearsal sessions, is great sounding stuff. But is there any new material coming out?
Oh yeah, there is.
I've sussed a little bit here and there.
Yeah, no, Johnny and I have been writing new material. We've got probably pretty much a full album ready to go. And with the addition of Stevie Downs, Stevie Downs is a riff master, man. Yep. He gets some great riff ideas. So he's only been with us a couple of weeks. He comes from my old band, Black Label.
Yep.
And he's been around for years doing cover bands, stuff like that, pre-Black Label.
He's in a great band called Bone Spur too.
Yeah. With this little guy singing. So yeah, there'll be another album, God willing.
Yep, good.
At this point, we're just rehearsing in the older material. We'll probably add, what do you reckon, 2 or 3 new ones for these shows?
We will, yeah.
Cool. Which we're undertaking now. And yeah, so the first lot of shows is going to be in November.
Okay. Where are we looking at? Local, like Sydney?
Yeah, Sydney first.
Yep.
The agent that we've got is going to probably put us in Queensland. We've got some interest from Victoria.
Yep.
So yeah, it's all sort of happening. I've got some interest from overseas.
Yep, brilliant.
A mate of mine runs a festival called Cinna Rock.
We're looking at New Zealand there.
Yeah, New Zealand's, that's going to happen probably early February. It's been put off quite a few times because of COVID. It'll be probably around February. We'll go and do some stuff in New Zealand. But Cinna Rock in Germany, that will probably be mid next year.
Okay, cool.
God help us.
Got my tickets.
COVID willing.
Yeah, God willing, that's the word.
Fuck COVID. Go anyway.
and they'll probably put together a sort of a European tour for us, as well as doing Cinema.
Yep, absolutely.
So there's a few things happening. We've been talking to Canada. There's some interest there as well.
Yep.
I've also got a friend in America that's still in the game as an agent. I haven't contacted him yet, but I'm sure that we can probably do something there as well.
Okay, absolutely fantastic. Guys, welcome to the show. I'm looking forward to seeing the new lineup rocking out in Sydney, especially on those first couple of gigs. You've heard it first interview with Heaven, got the BADITUDE one. Anyway, guys, congratulations. Got a couple little prezzies for you. Couple little beer coolers for the boys. I know musicians like their free shit, you know. So anyway, look.
Did you bring the beer to put in it, mate?
Anyway, Spider from BADITUDE, we're with Heaven. Rock and roll!